Welcome back to Askewed Reviews, and today we have another movie request, and it is for the 2004 film D.E.B.S. Here is your trivia question for today. What does D.E.B.S stand for? The answer will be at the end of this video. So at the beginning of our film, we get to meet the D.E.B.S. These happen to be elite spies that dress like Catholic schoolgirls and are supposed to be teenagers, 20-something-year-olds? I'm not exactly certain. So the D.E.B.S are assigned a very special mission where they are supposed to stake out a supervillainess named Lucy Diamond. Now, the D.E.B.S aren't the only government agency that is staking out Lucy Diamond. Homeland Security is one of the other ones, which Amy's ex-boyfriend Bobby just so happens to be a part of. After an argument between the two of them, Lucy discovers that she's being watched, and then a gunfight occurs between everyone. While trying to escape, Lucy ends up running into Amy, and the two of them have an odd interaction, where it turns out that both of them might have some feelings towards each other. So, of course, going forward, the two of them keep running into each other, and that passion that seems to be between them keeps increasing. Amy, of course, tries to keep this a secret from her fellow D.E.B.S, but how long can she keep it a secret when Lucy is still out to kill all of them? So, how will this love story turn out? Will Lucy be able to corrupt the sweet and innocent Amy? Or will Amy be able to turn Lucy over to the other side? The film was written and directed by Angela Robinson. She originally created the D.E.B.S as a comic that she would draw in college. And then in 2003, she would make a short film with the same title and the same concept that she would introduce at the Sundance Film Festival. The only actress from the short film that would reprise her role in the big feature film was Jill Ritchie, who played Janet. Of the actresses that would join Ritchie in the feature film version, two of them would actually go on to appear in the Fast and the Furious series, and those actresses would be Jordana Brewster and Devon Aoki. Jordana Brewster originally auditioned for the character of Amy, but the director convinced her to play Lucy Diamond instead. One big difference between Devon Aoki and her character Dominique is that she does not actually smoke, and actually had to suffer through smoking herbal cigarettes for the role. By the end of filming, she hated the smell. Here's something random you may not have noticed. Each of the girls' skirts is a different length. From shortest to longest, you have Dominique, Max, Amy, and then Janet. There's also a Beatles reference in this film that you may or may not have noticed. The license plate for Lucy Diamond's car says "In the Sky." And as the song goes by the Beatles, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Did you happen to notice when Scud is returning money electronically that Lucy stole, three of the recipients listed are the Girl Scouts of America, the Rotary Club of Lodi, and the Terre Haute Bookmobile. So while there's been no official talk of a sequel to D.E.B.S yet, both Angela Robinson and Jordana Brewster had ideas for sequels. Robinson's idea was a prequel that actually was Lucy Diamond's origin story, and Brewster's idea was where Lucy is now older and is a teacher or instructor for a new class of D.E.B.S. So when it comes to the film D.E.B.S, I did find it somewhat enjoyable at times, but my biggest issue and the biggest reason why I'm going to be giving this a 2 out of 5 is because of one specific scene. When the D.E.B.S discover Lucy and Amy in bed together, each of the D.E.B.S and even Bobby just walk out of the room. They could have arrested Lucy Diamond right then and there, but they didn't. And then the very next scene, everyone's talking about how can we find Lucy Diamond or where is her whereabouts? Now, if you did enjoy the film, some other movie recommendations I would give would be the Charlie's Angels series or the Spy Kids series. Now, as for the trivia question from the beginning of this episode, what does D.E.B.S stand for? So, technically, in the movie, they explain that it's discipline, energy, and beauty. The S is not actually stated as being anything, but because there is a period on the end of it, I have looked into this, and supposedly, if the S stands for anything, it's strength. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Askewed Reviews. If there is a movie you'd like to see get a review, just mention it in the comments.